I am here in the Livewire studio with a man we all know very well, Peter Molyneux, and he is here to demo Fable 2. It's one of the most anticipated titles for the Xbox 360. Very exciting. Let's see this demo. Hillary, I am handing it off to you.
Sure thing. So, Peter, why don't you tell us what you brought today to show off to us?
Well, it's Fable 2. Obviously, the sequel to Fable 1. We have taken everything from Fable 1 and we've added a whole lot of new innovation in there. Now, I could list this innovation for you. We've got this AI dog, which is 10 times smarter than the creature in the black and white one. We've got a fully explorable, free-roaming world that you can go around. We've got co-op, dynamic co-op, ambient ops. The list just goes on and on. But the thing I want you to take away this time, I haven't made a mistake I've made before. This time, the story, the drama, the emotion you're going to feel is at the top of the list. And I've been guilty of putting features in just for features' sake, admitted, but this time I think we've got it right. So I'm going to show you just a little glimpse. It's something that we didn't prepare for E3 at all. It's actually the part of the game. It's going to have a few bugs in there. We've still got about 2,000 bugs left. We've fixed 45,000 of them. Still got 2,000 left, and we're going to run through a little bit of combat, and now I'm going to show you some of the cool stuff that you can do in the world itself, and then we're going to finish off. You're going to give me a hand with chatting some women up.
Sounds good.
Okay, let's go.
Let's give it a go.
Yeah. Right, here we are. This is about an hour and 45 minutes into the game. You started the game as a little kid, and you've grown up. You've had this terrible tragedy, which I won't spoil what that tragedy is. And you've been sent out to take out these bandits who've been troubling the main city. So I'm going to show you some of this combat stuff that we've been talking about. Now, we've been talking about this one-button system for a long time. And what one button means is I can just mash this blue button however I like, and something cool will happen. But as you go up level and you expend your experience, you can spend it on more and more complex moves. So this is called a flourish. I've taught this by spending my experience that I can pick up here on swords. The cool thing, that one button, pressing and holding to charge up, also applies to guns. So I can just change my finger from the blue button to the yellow button, and instantly I change my combat style from swords to guns. The same applies to the red button. The red button is magic. Again, I can press it and tap it, and I just let off spells really fast, or I can hold it and focus it, and that allows me to charge up a far more powerful spell. So I'm really super happy with the combat that's there. So these guys have ambushed me now. I'll use a little bit of magic to sort of push them back. They're now far enough away. I can shoot them. I can take this guy out with a close range attack. I'll take this guy out with a flourish. Now all of what that all means is people's combat styles are as unique as they are. The other cool thing is we are constantly measuring how good you are at combat. So these little orbs you see on the ground, they're your experience. They change in size the cooler you are. If you hit someone with a sword, they fly up in the air, then you shoot them in mid-air, and they fall off a cliff, you'll get double the experience that's there. That means even the core gamers are going to struggle to find the depths of the combat systems that's there. Anyway, that's one of the systems. Let's look at the other one of these unique systems in Fable 2. That's my friend the dog. Now, I love my dog. If anyone does anything against my dog, they're in big trouble. And he loves me. We have a close relationship. Not that close, just in case you're wondering. But we have a close relationship. His job in this world is to kind of point out things that I'm missing, to help me in combat, to be my buddy. We involve him in the story. If you hear him bark, there's something wrong. There's something something going wrong. He'll point out things that I'm missing, like treasures that I'm missing. And what all that leads to is a really cool companion that you travel with. Now that doesn't mean that we're not going to involve him in some nasty stuff. What it does mean is that he's pretty unique in computer games. I've never played with anything like this dog. He morphs and changes as I do. He's unique as I am. When we are playing... no, I really want to do that. When we're playing co-op, and you come and see my dog will be different to your dog. Looking at you, Hillary, I think you're going to end up with a Labrador, I'll end up with a Doberman. But we'll see. Is that because you think that I'm a good, noble person? I can see it in your face. Those kind eyes, they have a mean spirit in them, let's be honest.
You're going to be so disappointed.
We'll end up seeing. Let's have a look at the capital city. This is a place called Bowerstone. Now, Bowerstone is one of those places where you can just travel through and buy stuff. Or if you want to do a bit of exploring, it's actually strewn with little hidden secrets. And this, let me just introduce you to this one feature, another new feature. It's called the breadcrumb trail. You can see it, this golden line is taking me to the next bit of the story. I can completely ignore that golden line, and I can go off and explore myself. If I do that, the golden line will actually fade away a little bit because it doesn't want to lead you by the nose.
Don't you think?
Now, unfortunately, this guy here is really aggravating me, so I'm going to do something pretty neat. I'm going to take one to this bridge, and then I'm going to take my sword out, turn safety off, and just basically kill him. Because he aggravates me. That's why I'm going to have a Doberman.
You just murdered somebody.
I thought it was very socially conscious of you to take him under a bridge before you killed him.
Well, that's the point. Crime is only a crime if you're seen doing it.
That's very Republican.
I was seen doing it. That guard just came out. Now, I've got the choice here of committing a crime in Bowerstone. I can resist arrest. I can try and take on all of the Imperial Guards. I will fail. Definitely. Okay. At this my level of hero, I'll fail. Or what I can do is pay a fine. I've only got 1 gold at the moment, so that's out of the question. Or I can do community service. Community service takes you on another whole thread of the game. We'll do the community service. And what they're giving is I have to go to a camp in Bower Lake, being attacked by bandits. For the good of the city, I have to take out those bandits. So that's how we deal with the crime system. It's another little subsystem within the game.
That's much more interesting than having to pick up trash on the side of the road, though.
That's true. Yeah, I mean, you get to kill more people. That is true. Morally, that's maybe a major question. Interestingly, because my community service, my bread control has changed to take things to that community service. I never want you to experience being confused and lost. Anyway, let's go around and see some of the things I can do. Now, this woman here, she looks nice. Let's do some nice things to her. So I can focus on her, and then I can bring up something called the expression wheel, and we can do some flirting. I can just whistle at her, or if I want to be a bit more ambitious, we've got another little sub-game here. It's called extendable expressions. So I can turn that whistle into a full-blown whistle, and if I get it right, then she's starting to fall in love with me.
That guy looks like he's starting to fall in love with people.
Well, we fully support same-sex marriage, and we don't push back from that. Let's have a look at her. So she's up for getting married, but I've got a long way to go. Look at that third bar from the bottom. That shows how much I have to go. She really likes the worship expression. She likes soft puppets. She's middle class, straight, aggressive, serious, humorless. So I don't want to do any humor stuff. The cool thing here is if I keep working on her, eventually we can go out for a date. And you can do cool things like take her to a bridge and watch the